In previous video lessons, I have shared with you how to read request path parameters, query string parameters, and form data. In this video lesson, you will learn how to make a method in the controller class read JSON body from HTTP request. So let's have a look at a little example. In my controller class, I have a method that handles HTTP post request. I will comment it out for now, and I will create a new method. So this little method will be triggered when HTTP post request is sent to /users URI path. To make it read the body of HTTP request and map that JSON body to a Java object right away, we use request body annotation. So because I'm using request body annotation here, Spring Framework will read the content of HTTP body, which in my case is going to be JSON payload, and it will map JSON key value pairs to this user object. Now, for Spring Framework to be able to map JSON key value pairs to properties in this user class, our user class will need to have property names with exactly same names as we have in JSON payload. So if I open my user class, here I have first name, last name, email, password, and repeat password. So the JSON payload that I'm going to send in HTTP post request will need to have properties with same names and same data types. Now let's go back to our controller class. So when we receive a HTTP request with a JSON body, it is most likely that this request comes from some kind of HTTP client. So to respond to this request, we will need to send back HTTP response. And in this example, I'm going to use response entity. I will return HTTP response with HTTP status code 200, which stands for OK, and this will also include OK string in HTTP response body. Now let's set a debugger breakpoint on this line and run our application in debug mode to see how it works. To do that, I will select my main application file and I will choose debug this application. Now that my application is up and running, I will bring in Postman HTTP client and I will create a new tab and will prepare HTTP post request. From the list of HTTP methods, I will select HTTP post. Then I will provide request URL that's going to be localhost port number 8080 /users. From the list of tabs below here, I will select body, then I will select row, and from this drop-down list, I'll select JSON. And in the body, I will provide JSON payload. So JSON properties will need to map the properties that we have in user class. I can actually stop right here and send the request with these two properties only. Let's try. And here's my debugger breakpoint triggered. If I inspect user object by moving mouse over it and expand it, I will see that first name is set with the correct value and last name is also set with the correct value. Other properties are null because my JSON payload doesn't have values for these properties. Alright, so now if I resume debugging and will click on this button here and go back to my Postman, I will see that in response I got HTTP status code 200, OK, and the response body contains the OK string. In the following video lesson, I'll show you how to return JSON response instead of OK string. Alright, so now you know how to read JSON request body. Let's continue and let's learn how to return a JSON in response.